Hello everybody, Giant here with the Game Prowl, and this time taking a little look at Black Ice, which is a first-person shooter with an inventory style very similar to Diablo and Torchlight, and that whenever you fulfill a goal or kill something, you get a randomly generated piece of loot with randomly generated stats, and it's all randomly generated. I wouldn't call it a roguelike though. You'll see why when we start playing the game, but first we'll look at the options. Basic options, you have a hardcore mode, which will delete your save file immediately, obviously with the randomly generated style of the loot in this game, that's actually quite important. You can invert the mouse both ways, surprisingly enough. Field of view, thankfully there is in fact an FOV slider, and thank God, because this game defaults to 80, which is surprisingly low. That would no doubt would make some people sick. Windowed mode, of course you have that on. This is a Unity engine game, so it asks you for the resolution before you actually boot up the game. And then of course, this game is very much in beta, so you've got some debug options, mainly for the developer, but I mean, I guess if you're a filthy dirty cheater, you could use them as well. Because yeah, this game is in beta. I'm currently using version 51 of the game. The creator of this game uploads a new version every Friday. But anyways, looking into the game world here, you can, well, first of all, the GUI, you of course have your health, your location, your RAM, which is one of the more interesting features of this game. Pretty much, obviously, you're in the cyber universe, so every single thing takes RAM. Running takes RAM, jumping takes RAM, shooting laser beams and missiles and doing all this stuff at the same time takes RAM. So, yes, that is obvious. So I suppose that's the equivalent of your stamina in this game. I guess that would make sense. Yeah, it's your stamina, essentially. Anyways, the point of this game is to go around and you can see these various servers. Tycho People Genesis Securities, hack difficulty. Let's go ahead and hack the server. The point of this game is to hack servers, but not by typing numbers, by simply activating your what's called an icebreaker, and then killing all of the horrible monsters that spawn to sort of retaliate and attempt to prevent you from hacking the server. There's two ways that the hack speed increases. And of course, obviously, once you hack it, the building becomes walkthroughable, which is rather important because it makes hacking larger servers easier. And of course, you get that little loot cube, which gives you a random piece of loot. But I'll talk more about the inventory system a little bit later. For now, let's keep talking about the combat, which is obviously one of the more important parts of this game here. Now, of course, you'll notice that when I start the hack, this little data stream down here, binary, starts generating. And it slowly approaches the building until, well, eventually it does reach the building. And at that point, the hack is completed. Just like that. In order to get that little data stream going, obviously it works over time, depending on your hack speed stat, which if we look into the inventory, hack speed. And also, every single time you kill an enemy, it gives the timer a small boost. So there's an incentive to kill enemies rather than just run away. Of course, there are lots of different ways to play this game, as, you know what, now seems like a good enough time to look at the inventory, so let's do it! This is, of course, the inventory. You can bind anything to anything in here. So, for example, you'll notice I haven't been jumping very much, so I'm just going to go ahead and move my icebreaker, which is what is used to hack the servers. I'm going to go ahead and move this into space, and move this gray hat module, which is essentially just a stat upgrade, nothing more, nothing less, and put that in my #1 slot. So now I can't jump, but I press space to hack the servers. But I get another thing. Although, honestly, looking at this thing, I might just want to keep the double jump going. Because the thing about this game is you'll notice all these things have these underlying stats, especially this dash, good god. It's got a crit multiplier, a weapon damage flat, movement speed upgrades. Anytime something is in your hotbar, the stats that are a part of each of these things instantly get added to your total stats. But whereas anything in your inventory does not. So come to think of it, I think the jump is actually a little bit better than this useless gray hat module. So let me move that. Let me just completely revert every single thing I did. Maybe, I don't know. We got some more stats around here. Hack range +5. Anyways, obviously, let's take a look at the weapons now, shall we? I mean, what you saw me use here is, of course, a laser gun is what it's called, and a logic bomb. All of these consume RAM during the time that they're active. And, well, I'm sure you can tell this thing is just damage over time, whereas the logic bomb is a missile. It's got a small AoE, but lots of damage. Also, they tend to take up a lot of RAM. But other weapons we got over here. Let's go ahead. Let's bust out a sniper. Also, I should note. Let me move my laser gun just so I don't get it confused. The laser gun and the laser have the exact same image, which is a little bit odd. I'm not necessarily sure that's a good idea, but you know what? Whatever. I'm sure it'll be changed. Again, the game is still in beta. But yeah, the laser gun and the laser, very different weapons, even though that they appear the same. Let's take a look around here. I want to use a shotgun, actually, because I know I've got a shotgun somewhere in here. Oh, there we go. Actually, let me put the shotgun in there. You get a plasma ball sniper and move that one over there. Alright, move that. Alright. So, of course, we already saw the las gun, the laser gun, the Lazarus gun, the Lazarus gun, whatever you want to call it. But now, of course, we have cyber lasers, which fire what I believe is, ironically enough, the slowest moving projectile in the game. And this particular one is a shotgun, so obviously it's got a rather large spread that fires around. And then, of course, we also have in my number 2 slot a plasma ball. This particular one is classified as a sniper, which of course means slow rate of fire, but very accurate and not a lot of damage as well. Plasma ball is, I believe, the fastest moving projectile in the game as well. So let's go ahead and slip these things back here. I believe there's one last type of weapon I haven't covered yet. Machine gun, right. Machine gun does exactly what you think. Higher rate of fire than the sniper rifle. Looks like the weapon spread is a little bit wider, and obviously the damage isn't quite as good as the sniper rifle, but that's okay because it's got a far higher rate of fire. Alright, let me just return things around here. Let's take a look at the stats, shall we? Most of these stats are, of course, rather self-explanatory, and again, you get stats by leveling up, which I unfortunately cannot do right now because I have not leveled. So, of course, putting points into these things give you the respective stat. But, in addition, there's, of course, the inventory slots. So, for example, this particular Grey Hat module is giving me a loot find plus 35. Why 35? What does that number represent? I have no idea, but it's 35s. It's a larger number, so that means it's good, right? Anyways, of course, most of the RAM, of course, your stamina loot find. I'd imagine it increases the, not necessarily the... I'd imagine that the loot find increases how powerful the loot you find is. Anyways, let's see around here. Minion attack. I'm not sure what these minion things are. I'm not sure if these are the black ice, as they're called. I mean, that's what the enemies are called. They are called black ice. Or if you can somehow get an ability that summons minions. Anyways, those stats are there. You've of course got Chance to Pierce, which increases your Pierce chance, and Drunk, which is a very interesting one. I don't have anything currently that adds Drunk, which is probably for the better. Because what Drunk does is it causes your bullets to go all over the damn place, even though you're holding still. So like, for example, just say theoretically, I'm keeping my cursor right here. If I had Drunk, my missile would start going this way, and this way, all depending, the severity of how it moves depends on the Drunk stat. So, I mean, obviously you don't want Drunk, but generally, Drunk actually ends up coming with, what's it called? Really good items as well. So, while you may not necessarily want Drunk by itself, you may want the item that the Drunk comes with, because, well, again, Drunk tends to be, rather good. Or, not Drunk itself, but the items. The Drunk is sort of like a counter to how good they are. And hey, I got a Grey Hat mod chip. What does this do? Weapon damage percent 13. Don't I already have one of those? Oh, no. It was this one. Weapon damage flat 8. So this one will give me a flat damage up of 8 to all of my weapons. Rather negligible given my weapon set. I don't know. Maybe the laser gun could benefit from it. Maybe. Because do I actually have anything that boosts damage? Like flat damage? I don't think so. I actually might want to look into that. Well, who knows how this could interact with the laser gun. Let me just temporarily get rid of the spacebar and hack another one. This is one of the fun things of the game, is finding out not necessarily the best way to play, but, oh yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good setup. I'm causing 3s and 6s instead of, well, who am I kidding? I'm still causing 3 damage. Wasted my time, put the jump back on there, because it's just too damn good. But anyways, what was I saying before I got massively distracted by the theoretical stuff? That's right, obviously with this very Diablo style of the game, there's lots of different ways to play. You can go running in with your Drunk but incredibly powerful weaponry, just charging head on in and killing everything before it actually gets a chance to attack you. You could do what I'm doing right now and have a more like running away, staying at a distance style, where you just, you know, stay away but use your pinpoint accurate and high damage weaponry to kill the enemies. I know that there's one person out there who actually just built his character purely on hack rate, to the point where he was able to hack the final boss, which is this, oh my god, this guy's got some health. Boss time! So he used his incredibly high hacking time to just destroy the final boss without even having to fight a single enemy. It took him 30 seconds to hack this one. Whereas if I were to hack it right now, well, Yeah. Holy crap! Also, that's the final boss, so I got died in one hit. I got died in one hit. Wow, that's English. You get the point. You don't want to fight that guy until you've got a lot more levels. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and level up here. What do I want to level up? Oh, I'll go for the maximum health. That health is a little bit low right now, I think. Either that, or maybe it's just high, and I'm just not hacking the correct servers. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Black Ice. Now, I'm sure what a lot of you guys are are worried with now is the price point. Well, never fear, because in its current state, the game is absolutely completely free. You can download any and all versions of the game on the IndieDB page, as I either said or didn't say earlier in this video, depending on whether I'm smart or dumb. The developer appears to be uploading a new version of the game every Friday based on feedback, and we got another boss spider. But yes, very fun game, and obviously it's free, so definitely check it out. Oh man, this guy, either I'm missing or he's got a lot of HP. I think I'm missing somehow. Give me 2 bosses in a row. Come on, game. Well, anyways, yes. Stop getting distracted, damn it. Oh, I didn't actually get any loot from that cube. That's unfortunate. Big bada boom. How much ramp does this take? 7 times 5. I think I can afford this. I like. I don't think it adds drunk either. Okay, I like this weapon. Alright. Let's stay on track, shall we? Let's just show you how interesting the generation can get. Also, this is an odd building. I can't say I've seen one like that before. But yes, a new version of the game every Friday. It is all absolutely free currently. I believe it is eventually going to become pay to play, but for now, definitely play the game. Again, still in a beta state, so they're still adding lots of content, like this health bar or like this healing item that I forgot to show off. Healing item takes up a lot of RAM, but lets you heal yourself. They actually added this in version 51. Unfortunately, it is a little bit buggy, and the particle effect never goes away. I'd imagine that will probably be fixed by version 52, considering how obvious of a bug this is. Anyways, that's going to be the end of this one. So be sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe for more. Definitely check out Black Ice. Very fun first-person shooter, very free. And I will see you guys next time.